Hey guys, welcome to another episode of
A Lot of Nothing
with Jules.
and Whiren.
Also,
Do you want to tell the people?
No, they can just find out. Or we
Okay.
can just completely ignore the whole thing and just have Dante watching.
Dante!
So today we have a special guest with us, Dante.
Hello!
It's Dante!
Yeah.
Isn't she beautiful, guys?
Isn't she monetized?
Yeah, we got the phone. Welcome, Dante. Thank you for being our first guest of 2023.
Yeah.
Thank you
And
for
of
having
season
me.
3 and of everything 3. Thank you so much.
How am I? I'm good. I'm still on holiday for a little bit longer. So I'm like actually, I'm not soaking that up. That's a lie. I'm now working because I was going to use the beginning of the holiday to work. And then I didn't. So now I'm catching up.
You got some things to do.
Yeah.
Tell the people what your job is.
I'm a teacher, which I think sometimes people are surprised by because I am young. I just turned 25. So yeah, I'm a drama teacher, and that's what I'm currently doing. But also it includes so many different things. So sometimes you have to wear so many hats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just want to say, okay, I'm a director, I'm a script writer, I'm a therapist, I'm a
All of the above.
philosopher,
Yes.
a history teacher as well, because there is so much history in drama.
Yeah, of
So
course.
a whole lot of stuff, but yeah. Oh, and public speaking.
Oh,
I
nice.
also teach because we have like a little section where we do public speaking as well as like a subject. So
That is the subject
Yeah.
nowadays?
That is a subject.
yeah.
Oh, my word. When I
But
was
it's
in
only like
school.
one period a week at this point in time.
But
so,
I mean-
It's
but
there.
still, it's there.
Compared to
Yeah.
what, debate?
Debate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I only had that in like primary school, so
Oh, did you do debate?
I think I did. Yes, I did.
I want to see him like aggressively debate.
No,
and
like full on.
do you know?
Oh, I can debate. I can
Whiren
debate.
would probably
This
know.
will be, we should do this.
Yeah.
Podcasters, we will definitely do this at some point. We'll have a debate session.
We don't argue in our relationship. We debate.
Noise.
So we have Dante here because we want Dante to have we can have a little back to school conversation.
Well, back to school powwow.
No one wants to go back,
Yeah.
but we have to. It's
I-
also, like Jules said earlier, it's also like back to work, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just, when everyone goes back to school, everyone goes back to work.
Yeah. You know, for me, I hated going back to school. Like my mother says she can't forget the first day I went to school. I said I can't wait till I'm done. Just the first day, and it was like, oh,
Wait, was this like grade 1?
yeah, grade 1.
So you
Like,
said,
I'm
this life ain't for me.
this ain't for me, and
Not at all.
and like. Because I'm more of a practical person. I like doing things, and like in school you just sit and you learn and you listen, and I'm like, oh, I don't have lists for this.
Yeah.
And so for my experience was always like, I do not want to go back to that place at all.
No.
And I've always wondered what it is for teachers, because Whiren and we are friends with a few of our high school teachers, and like they're still there, so that means they
How's
must
that
love it.
going for you, being friends with teachers?
I absolutely love my high
Okay,
school
this is your
teachers.
high school teachers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like-
Well, they were both our teachers. Like we were at the school at different
But they're
times.
my friends.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah. But they're
Yeah.
pretty cool people, though.
They're very awesome people. Like, it's my drama teacher, of course.
Always.
And then my art, well, he wasn't he was actually my admin teacher.
Oh, is
he's
it?
He's an art teacher, but he was my
art
admin teacher.
Yeah, he was my art teacher.
And they are just lovely people. And so I always say I hated high school, but I loved my teachers. Like, I didn't have my social friend thing was a weird situation, but like my relationships with my teachers were freaking awesome. And also because I did like music and art and drama.
You got all
We
the
went
cool
at the-
people.
Yes.
Oh, we got all the
girl.
cool
I
people.
did chemistry.
Shame. Did you have chemistry, baby?
Physics, sorry. Physics. Oh, no.
So yeah,
Wow,
it's being like now also afterwards being at this stage of my life. The other day we went for like a chilled evening there by her place.
And some little
That's so
homemade
nice.
pizza.
Made some little homemade
That
pizza.
was
How
pretty cool.
wholesome.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Teachers are important.
I was gonna say it does also show you how important it is to be a good teacher. Good, and I'm not referring to like specifically the teaching facts, the teaching the knowledge, because we can Google.
Yeah.
We can. There's a different reason. I have an idea behind why we actually go to school at this point in time, but it's not for knowledge, because you have access to knowledge all the time anyway.
Totally.
But like, there are specific teachers that you just will never forget.
Yeah.
That are like, they creeped so deep into
Yeah.
your heart, and they created such a safe space for you. And no matter, I mean, you watch those videos, those like really cute inspirational videos where it'll be like Adele gets surprised with her teacher, or like Oprah gets surprised with a teacher, and like they're more mature and they've gone through life and they've been doing cool things and they've been meeting cool people, but it like affects them so much that they get to see that person that meant so much to them. Yeah, and you're in school for so many years.
Yeah.
Your
you
life.
gotta like feel safe.
No,
And it's so important
and you're
for
bound
students to feel loved.
you're bound to meet someone that you really care about. And this, like, as much as I hated going to school, I did have some people that or some teachers that I really enjoyed. I remember my English teacher as well. I really enjoyed her, and like she left the year I finished the school, so I was like, thank you that you just stayed through my my term there. But I get what you mean. Like you just, there's some people that are just like almost integral to your life,
Yeah.
or the character that you are.
That was my music teacher.
Is it?
Yeah, Miss Myrtle. Ew, that woman.
Shout out Miss Myrtle.
Shout out Miss Myrtle. Now I'm gonna send her this. No, she wasn't even like she wasn't even like a proper subject teacher for me, because I had her when I was like in grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 when I did choir, and she was the piano teacher. You know, it was, you get the conductor and then you get the piano teacher on the side. So she was the piano teacher, and then I started taking vocal lessons at some stage, and then at like a external person, and then I shifted over to her. And so she was just like my music teacher, and I think she might have taught me keyboard at some stage. I don't know. That part of my life was a blur. But like,
There's always a blur
But she
somewhere.
stood out.
yes, yeah. And I still message her all the time.
Yeah.
We talk to each other on the odd occasion.
That's
Life's
awesome.
busy, so you don't always chat. But
Do you have like a student that, I'm sure just like there is a teacher in a student's life, or is there like a student in your life that you're like, oh, what a kid?
you know what? I won't say that there's one, but there are a few of them.
Yeah.
Because when you're a teacher, you are there to serve.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're there to take care of the kids. You're there to check if they're fine, and help them wherever you can. So part of your job is, morning guys, how are you doing today? You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so when you have certain students who randomly come to your class in between periods or just before break or whatever, and go, hey ma'am, and then I go, what do you need? No, I'm just coming to check. How are you doing?
Okay.
Like
Cute.
those are the things that really like get me and like warm my heart, because like they are actively coming to check up on me, just to say hi, just to see how I'm doing. So there's a few of them like that.
That's cute. That's also wholesome.
Yeah, super, super wholesome.
And so, like we spoke about our experiences going back to school. So how was it for you as a teacher going back to school?
Girl, I'm ready. It's actually really funny to see that transition take place, because, you know, when I was in school as well,
Yes.
loved the December holidays.
Yeah.
Time of my life. And then it would be like a day or two before school, and you'd go through like a whole mourning process where you're just like, you know, the holidays, busy ending. I have to have all my books
Sorted.
what you call, get all the books sorted,
Covered
laminated, this and all that kind of stuff. And it wasn't a vibe at all. Whereas like now, I enjoy my holiday thoroughly, but I do love the structure that I have now with working at the school that I'm working at. I love, you know, getting up and having my day the way that it is.
Yeah.
And I love having the kids there. Like I like seeing them every day, you know? So once it gets to like the second and a half, once New Year's over, New Year's is over, that's when I'm like,
it's school time
okay,
now.
I'm ready. Yeah. So I am actually excited to go back.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so nice. I wonder if other teachers are also like that. They're like, okay, yes, it's time to go back.
I think it depends on personality.
Yeah. Like I feel like everybody has their own wave of what they're ready or when they're ready. Because like there's also some teachers that's like,
but it's also like I can imagine like me, I enjoy working, so I like getting into the swing of things, and that's when I started to learn to appreciate holidays, because oh my word, you need a break. But
look after
like I can just
people.
imagine there's some that is like angsty, just anxious to go back to school.
Yeah.
They just like they want to get there. They want to. And sometimes I can imagine, just like me, I love my craft. I can imagine that they love their craft as well. And I grew up around teachers. My mom was a teacher, and obviously she had teacher friends. And then you can see how they prep and get ready, and they're excited to go to school and all of that. My mother is still like that, basically. So yeah, I can imagine that, like, there's some people that just love it, and I must say I did enjoy school, like, but I didn't enjoy going back to school, you know. So
it's not for everyone though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like people need to understand that when a child is not comfortable with being in the school setting, you know, having to sit by the desk the whole day, get up, follow that specific schedule, yes ma'am, no ma'am, you know, all those kind of things, be in the school uniform, it's not for everyone. You know, studying is not for everyone. And so I think sometimes people don't realize that when a child is not comfortable or loving that kind of environment, it doesn't mean that they are incompetent or that they are not smart or not going to be successful or they're not driven.
Totally.
It's just that like that specific block of an environment and that process is just not for you because everyone's different.
It's very system, like this year, now that you're going into this conversation, this year they're going to bring in this thing of afternoon school.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So like I'm very intrigued by this because a lot of the time it's about the kid learning, like you say, learning to wake up early up in the morning, being ready to just go one time work on things, where some people are morning people and some people are evening people. What's your opinion or thoughts on this afternoon school that we are now currently actually bringing in?
I love it. I think it's a good idea. I mean, the more variation you can get and the more inclusivity there is, the better. Because, you know, cookie cutter, one thing doesn't fit for someone else. And I'm not going to, like, butcher any of the facts or say anything, like, that isn't exactly accurate. But I remember with studying, like, developmental psychology, you know, children need a certain amount of hours of sleep. When you're younger, you do need more sleep. And there were studies shown where, like, because school days started, you know, between 7, 8-ish, often with lifestyle, kids couldn't get enough sleep in. So they weren't getting the adequate amount of sleep, and then you expect them to sit there the whole day and be able to focus.
Totally.
Also, parents have different lifestyles.
I'm not going to say I'm old school, because I
You're
like
an old soul.
I'm an old soul. No, so I understand all of that, and the change in the world and the changing things that are happening. we also probably then have to have like a different work structure. And I think we are doing that, especially like with this hybrid working from home and working at your office or whatever. Because I think the one thing that school taught me, without me even realizing it, is structure.
Yeah.
So even though, like, okay, first of all, it's good that I am a morning person or I'm a day person. So I can work like really well in the morning, and that doesn't apply to everyone. And I can understand that. But what like going to school in the morning taught me was, okay, you wake up at this time and you start your work at this time, and then you work until this time and then you're done. So like this afternoon school where you allowing the kid to wake up late. And yes, there is going to be structure in terms of
I was going to say now though, but there's still structure. It's just shifted a bit.
Yeah. I get that. Is it?
If I can say something.
Like I'm thinking of most jobs that are structured to be in the morning from 9 to 5. Like most jobs are.
I will also say that I know a lot of people who went to normal schools that just can't get up in the morning. Stole. Anyway, what were you going to say, Whiren?
On the thing that you were saying of you have this, it gave you the structure.
Yeah.
What I've learned recently for myself is that I actually am trying to break out of the structure.
Okay.
Because it's taught me that my mind only wants to work in that time period. I'm like forced, like it feels weird. Also because of what I'm doing. I'm in theater, which is nighttime work.
Yeah.
Technically, you're always working from afternoon into the evening. And like it was so weird for me to actually switch over into, if I can say I'm now doing afternoon school.
Yeah.
Because for me, I am an afternoon evening person, and it helps me. I love the quiet and the calm of the nighttime.
Okay.
Where in the daytime, there's for me a lot of distractions and a lot of things that I'd rather want to do. I'd rather want to be like, hey, Dante, don't you want to go talk for a little bit, have a little coffee, or so on, just for well, she's teaching. But like, like, can't we rather, it allows me to rather have my daytime for socializing, meeting up, having a meeting if need be. It's like the planning part of it.
Okay.
Where like the evening, nighttime, I can actually sit down and work by my computer. Evening, I can record and things. Because it allows me to kind of use a full working period in using my whole entire day instead of
being tired at 5 o'clock
away.
And then you can't do anything else.
Yeah.
Like brain is numb.
A lot of times now recently, I go sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning because I finish everything.
Yeah.
I'm also I procrastinate. So I know I need to get it done so that it's finished. So then I rather do it until 2 a.m., go sleep, and then I wake up at like 10. And I'm like, no one else is awake.
I also used to have that same, like I had to sort of do it like that. And like that transition from like going from being a student to being like a teacher and doing that kind of job. One of the things that definitely changed was sleeping habits, because not that I sleep early, but like 12 around there, I must now.
Cut off.
Yes, I have to. Because when you're a student, there's due dates and there's this and there's that, and you will go till whatever time at night. Like you'll leave it till the last minute because you know that you've got that like until 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I just print it out and so like that was the life I was living. And then like going to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning was like no biggie. And then I started teaching. Woo! The energy that it takes, that you need to adapt with like the amount of energy being around so many different people takes from you.
Yeah, that's
and you get used to it.
Yeah.
But like when you're not used to it, for the whole first year of me working, the moment I got home, like I had to go sleep.
Sure.
I get you.
It wasn't like me, oh, let me take a nap. Like if I did not, I would not be able to function. I had to go lay down and sleep.
Sure. So with this afternoon classes, would they have like a different staff come in, or would you have to do both classes?
Well, I don't have facts, but let's just have a conversation about that.
We could Google.
Yeah.
We could Google.
I don't know, but I don't know if you're gonna get that answer on Google though. But
I don't think they know because it's being piloted. I think they're gonna try and do things.
see who wants to
Yeah.
try both.
Because I'm sure, like, you'll
So-
probably have to get a day and a night shift.
Well, you're
Yeah.
gonna have a
Honey, if I can get double pay though, sign me up.
so like
Would you do it?
what I
No, I'm actually lying.
don't sign me up. I need my
I'm
sleep.
making it sound like I'm a boss babe, but like
Nah.
I'm not anymore. I don't have that mindset anymore.
Yeah.
I want to keep my sanity, so maybe not.
Well, look, you don't have to like prepare extra lessons. It's just like
True.
the same lesson twice in a day.
Yeah. Also, it's easier if you don't have kids and like a home to like really.
Yeah,
Just
no,
to see
definitely.
there, yeah. The thing, so what I know about the kids is that they're basically half in classes, actual classes, and then instead of what's a amount of people? 25 kids. So math, what is 25? Half of 25?
12 and a half?
12 and a half.
So 12 and a half
Nice.
kids in the morning.
Well done, math lit.
So there'll be like 12 kids that'll be separated every
Yeah.
time into the afternoon class. And then it's also a thing of you as a kid or a parent needs to decide. You have to be there for the whole semester.
Yeah.
And then you can switch over if you don't like it. Or if you are busy with your normal morning school, you can switch over to the afternoon in the second semester.
Okay. That's, but again,
Got it.
for the teachers,
Okay.
I'm like, yes, sir. If you guys have to do.
But like my auntie always says, dis die lewe wat jy kies.
Yeah.
Like you choose if you want to do it or not.
Yeah, no,
So-
definitely. But I mean, like, there's something that is being, like, there's just someone else's thought that is being thrust upon
Yeah.
you guys as a school.
But isn't that human evolution?
No,
Like,
definitely.
we have to.
He's just-
Like
more
I can imagine,
compassionate.
I can imagine that it's bringing in like more job opportunities for. I'm sure there's teachers sitting at home that needs the jobs, and then here's the opportunity. They just have to come in at like 12 o'clock now.
double cost.
Yeah, exactly. You have your A cost and your B cost. You know.
We actually say A cost and A1 cost.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
'Cause
fancy.
like
Fancy theatre talk.
Fancy theatre.
it's gonna like the average of the afternoon class is gonna be just a bit lower.
Did you like pick up on this when you were kid? But I don't know if every school did it. But when we were little, I remember, you know, when you had to start reading Biff and Kipper and Chip and Alda
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Dinner, and then there would always be like reading groups.
Yeah.
And they would kind of group you up so that you can all read together.
Yeah.
And I was little, but I did
You are
pick up.
unlocking golden memories.
I was like, I did pick up that they grouped them according to ability,
Yeah.
right? Which makes sense. If I'm a teacher, I get that. But then it felt so isolating because, honey, I knew I was in the D group. Like
I was in the not so good group.
I was in like the low group, but I have eye problems, so it's not my fault. But yeah, that was quite actually isolating for me as a kid. And I was so small, like I was grade 2 or something. But like
but realizing that at that
realizing,
point,
hey, you are putting us, they never say it, but like you're putting us into groups according to how good we're doing this task, how well we're doing this task. Nice, because I don't read.
I also learned,
My grammar.
Like, I learned like after school that like some of my other friends in their school, like their classes would be like it would be,
best, better, and better.
Yeah.
I also learned that. I think. Okay, I'm not gonna say the school's name, but like I know I found it so wrong because the
Yeah.
only thing that I understand why you would do that for like the, if I can call them the better kids, like, but for me I feel like you are pulling the weaker kids down by putting them with. Don't you think?
Yeah, no.
Because like if
Are you saying that the different classes, you'd have the stronger academic classes and then the weak academic
yeah,
classes? Like
say
kids, sorry,
say
in
like
a
you
different
have
class.
Yeah.
12 E1 and then you'll have 12 E4 and 4 would be like
I don't think that that's actually going to benefit anyone. Not
Yeah.
even,
So
not
that's
even
what I'm saying.
the academically strong kids.
That's what I'm saying.
And I can maybe understand it as a teacher, like Like you understand, okay, this is the class where I need to do
Admin-wise,
this.
that's gold. Because
Yeah.
you can if you can group kids up, like even me as a modern woman that goes, boys stand on that side, girls stand on that side. Like, there's a whole boy, girl, and like gender all comes into it. But sometimes it's just easy to put that group them up somehow.
Yeah.
Admin-wise, it makes it so much easier to control things.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I get that. But for the kids, I don't think putting kids in the different...
But I guess that's like teaching a fish how to climb a tree,
Ooh!
So in terms of
Teaching a what?
Fish
so-
how to climb a tree?
no,
What is the saying?
So-
I don't know the saying.
so it's
love it.
basically you have a bunch of different animals, and you have to teach him how to climb a tree, and then you have a little fish over here.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Oh, cute. But also, like, some of the other animals can't swim.
Yeah.
The fish is good at swimming.
Exactly.
That's like, also like Tarzan. When they put Tarzan in the movie, they put him in different groups to get him, or was it Mowgli? I don't know.
Mowgli.
Was it
It's
Mowgli?
Yeah.
And then he didn't know that he couldn't be good at any of them because he was a man.
Yeah.
Boy.
Like for me, that was school all the years because I knew I was different. I just didn't know in what way or.
You were special.
Well, like I knew that.
My
like,
mommy told me I was special.
and I only realized this in college when I was, when we had to do our assignments and stuff like that, and so I was in film school, so. Your one assignment is make a film, and then your other assignment is like writing whatever and I sucked at the
Reflection or
writing.
something.
Yeah, well, I mean, like it was like media studies where you have to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And like in class, I can give my opinions and I can say things, and
Yes.
and it would be right or whatever. And then writing this down in a test or in an essay or something, that was completely like I just hated that. But when I did my films, I did well with my films. It was weird, actually, or not weird. It was quite awesome learning that about myself. That this is how I prefer to learn.
Yeah.
But when you're in school, you just don't know these things. You just know you think, nah, I'm stupid. I'm a stupid
Yeah.
kid.
It is.
And
And that's also the teachers. It's part of the teacher's job to.
so how would you address that then? Like,
You don't need to address it. Class, some kids are academics,
Special.
but like, by the way,
you are not dumb.
you're not dumb. You just should not be in school. Leave. Go. There's a technical. No,
You're,
it's in the way that you just.
it's
I can't
difficult,
explain it
eh?
because it's not like a lesson that you. Sometimes
And
I
it's
do
also
have those moments where I have to
individual thing,
preach
isn't it?
because something comes up. But like, I think sometimes there's moments where whatever happens in class, it brings up an opportunity for learning.
Yeah.
Totally.
And so, in a moment where maybe a kid makes fun of another kid, or a kid writes his poem is about like how terrible school is and how like he's dumb or the person in the thingy is dumb,
Dumb,
that kind of thing.
The character is dumb.
Yes,
Not- yeah.
yes. So when those moments come up,
You address
then
them.
you address them in conversation.
Yeah.
So that it's part of like the casual talk of the culture of the classroom, and the culture of the school should always sort of lend itself to making everyone understand those things.
Yeah.
For me also, it's a thing of kids are really smart. Like,
They're way smarter than like when you get older, you don't realize how smart like kids are.
they are like, I've been so, okay, I'm obsessed is a weird word, but like if you watch, I loved watching Secret Life of 3, 4, 5, 6-year-olds. I don't know if you guys have watched this.
No, but that sounds funny.
It's the cutest little thing I've ever watched. Talk about cutest little things. I have sweeties. So, what one are we doing today?
Haribo. What are the options?
I don't know which one.
You let the guest choose.
Okay, guess you may choose.
Oh,
So
any, meeny, miny, mo, catch, tiger, bite. So if you want to let it go, any, meeny, miny, mo, my mother says count till 3. 1, 2, 3. That one. The
Okay.
middle one. No, the one
the
you picked
middle
out.
one.
Yeah, that
Okay.
one.
and the golden bears win again.
Yay.
Please show them in that one. And then behind that is Dante.
Boom.
So we are having Haribos today. You know this is my favorite.
And we are back from Sweetie Break.
Sweetie break was sweet. Okay, so as I was saying,
Yes. As I was.
I loved watching this thing called Secret Life of 3, 4, 5, 6-year-olds. I think it goes up to 6. But basically it's about these kids that end up, it's an experimental show of just how kids would live without adults around.
Okay.
So like they have the kids in a house. Obviously you have the cameraman walking around and the parents are close by, but like the parents are not in the house.
Yeah.
It's just the kids and they have to make their own food. They have to just live their
How
own
long
lives.
do they do this for?
I think it's a day or two.
Oh, okay.
It's not a long thing.
And
Yeah.
they obviously somewhat baby-proof the house.
Of course, no, they
Yeah.
do. But it's very intriguing to actually see how they realize, first of all, there's no adults. Then they go mad. They're like, oh my word, we can do whatever we want. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
And then they mess up the place. Okay, this was one episode. But they mess up the place. They do all of this. And then at some point, they're like, I'm hungry now. And they all go sit and they're like, oh, we're supposed to do something about it. And then they actually start planning and living like proper little adult lives.
Yeah.
And we just assume like, oh, we have to look after these precious little babies. And immediately after they realize like, we need to look after ourselves. They went and did it. They made food. They even started making, started making, obviously this is because they have parents.
Yes.
But like, they started making,
This.
you do the food, I'll wash
yeah.
up.
Okay.
Like delegating.
Exactly. And I'm like,
Oh, we got managers. in
managers. And also they had punishments. So like if you
Oh.
didn't do the thing, then you like can't play with us for like this time period.
Oh my word. They used full-on isolation like they do in prison.
Full isolation.
Yo, that is intense.
So like it's proper. And also like at a point they were like, we don't want to all be, because I think they actually separated the girls and boys rooms, but then they actually wanted to be together, so they all pulled their mattresses down to the living room.
Oh, that's cute.
And they
Make
all
Christmas
slept there.
beds.
That's cute.
So like my point is, it's kids are smart. You end up, they know what to do. They love life. They also learn. Kids know emotional body language way
Yeah.
faster than what we do. Like they'll immediately see that that other person is not okay. They want to go
So
help.
do we just get dumber?
We
or
do.
do we unlearn things?
For me, it's a thing of we're forced to be focused on society's opinion.
Yeah.
For example, I only say this because of my opera training. Of I have to unlearn how to be soft,
Yeah.
because in every societal space you have to have your inside voice.
Yes.
And that kills what your body actually naturally does.
Yeah.
Because babies can scream for days on end.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard a baby with a hoarse voice? No.
Mommy. Mommy. I need a strip sole.
So yeah, like we lose our inherent primal instincts and things.
Yeah.
I have this like theory that like when kids are like brought into this world, they just like have all the knowledge in the world, but they can't like vocalize it, but they know everything, the
That's
universe's
actually quite
knowledge. And then like once they're here for like a little bit, it's like,
Oh.
yeah,
This is all
it goes
I
away.
need to know.
It goes away, yeah. And then they have to like rebuild to that point.
What the range of grade? Oh, do you teach a specific grade, or is it like a range?
So I teach grade 6 through to matric.
Okay,
Which
and
is
so
a
how is
wide
that
range.
the difference between the grade 6 student?
Wow. Because, I would have to go from a grade 6 class to a matric class. And you approach different age groups. And not just different age groups. You approach like different classes
Yeah,
so differently.
yeah,
Because there'll be like let's say a grade 8 class, and the one class, just that dynamic of those kids are a lot more, they interact, they ask questions, they're like, stay a bit more focused.
Yeah.
You get to work quickly with them. Then I always tell them, if you give me an opportunity to be lenient and to relax, it's fun all the way. I can relax all the way.
Yeah.
And then we're making jokes and stuff. Then I'm like chilled.
Yeah.
And then some groups, it'll be the same grade and the same age group, but then just that combination of kids. And it's not individuals.
Yeah, it's
it's
just a
like the
combination.
specific combination.
Yeah.
Or maybe that class is just directly after break. Or before break. Before break.
I want to get out now. Yeah.
That is little ones before break. Like, it's just tough for them because they're like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Is that the bell I had?
Yeah, so like when it comes to that, then, you know, obviously I have to put on more of my teacher voice.
Yeah.
And like
can you
have
give some
to
teacher
just be a
voice
little
out there?
more. I don't want to give it away.
Or is it
That's the
surprise?
secret. It's either that, but what I can give away and what I can tell you works very well is, especially when you are one of the more lenient teachers and the chatty ones and all that kind of stuff, is that thing of like standing there in front of the class and actively making eye contact with everyone and just being like,
Oh, she disappointed in me.
and
right
then,
now.
but not even like an angry face, just like, okay, are you ready to like actually get work done now? Because you're
Those
wasting
moments
everyone's time.
actually always used to get me.
That works
Like,
because they know I'm waiting.
yeah.
Yeah, because once you worked on
And I'm
the
like, I'm not
nice
gonna-
teacher's nerves, you know,
Now
like,
you see.
oh no, we went too far.
We went too far.
I did
Yeah.
have a child tell me that they laughed and they said, you know, ma'am, when you, and I didn't even think that I'm like, I get angry. Like, you know, when you get angry, you have this like vein that pops out on the side here and like you go so red. I was like, I didn't even know I can go red.
I didn't even know that color was on my skin.
That's funny.
Oh, that's insane.
Kids are amazing, guys.
Yeah, no. I would like to say thank you so much, Dante. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else you wanna? So I would honestly love to just have a
Yeah,
chat.
no, we can have a whole chat.
We can just record another episode now for the future.
I was thinking that. But thank you, Dante.
You are so, so, so welcome.
We enjoyed having you on our space,
Aw.
in our space.
I had a good time. This was such a nice chat.
Thank you so much.
That's what we...
Yeah.
People, this is what we were saying.
Yeah.
We like having chats.
It's a good time.
We like gabbing. We
Gabbing
like
girl.
gabbing. Gabbing with the gals.
And yeah, good. Well, I wasn't say good luck to you for going back to school, but I guess those are the wrong
luckily.
people that we should be talking. Whatever kids are going back to school,
Well, I'm
good luck.
technically going back
Oh,
to
you are
school.
going
Yeah,
back to. You are. Good luck.
I'm trying. Thank
And
you.
good luck to you as
Good
well.
luck to you.
Thank you.
You with your different range of people there that you have to deal with. But
I'm very excited.
yeah, you seem like you really enjoy it, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
The first time you'll ever see a teacher that's happy.
Yeah.
No, thank you, Dante. I hope you all are ready to go back to school and back to work.
And maybe you have to buy your kids stationery and stuff like that. Good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
You know what was funny? Sorry, this is. But
Side
like,
moment.
I like to be on Take a lot, even if I'm just looking. And you can see the trends and how, or even the Checker 6060 app, where like just before Christmas, it's like, oh, festive. Oh,
Yeah.
And then literally the 2nd of January, it's like, oh, back to school.
Stationery.
Back to school
No,
now.
not even.
Stationery.
Wasn't it the other day that we were saying, it was like the 20th, and someone, I think it was on TV, there was a back to school ad. And
You
I'm
can't-
like,
that should be
Yeah.
illegal to do it before Christmas.
it should be. It
Like
really
my
should
brain
be.
is not there yet.
Yeah, I'm
and you know the
literally
anxiety
switching off.
kicks in for the kids once those adverts come out. So
Then it's like-
just give them Christmas. Let them have Christmas.
It's like the sound of the Carte Blanche theme song on a Sunday. You know, it's like, oh no, it's Sunday. It's Monday tomorrow. That's what like the back to school ads are. Apparently, there was like a study that went on, like people would get like really anxious about Monday because of the Carte
They
Blanche.
issue the carte blanche
Yeah,
theme
because-
song.
They associate
Yeah.
that with going back and waking up early tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Dante, anything you want to say goodbye to the viewers, or see you later?
no, I don't know. Shout out to my kids.
Whoa!
Not that they're going to see this, but if they do see this, maybe I should actually just post it on their Google
Yeah,
Classrooms.
Do it.
I'll do it.
We'd love that.
They're always telling me to watch their YouTube videos.
So now you must watch her video.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And guys, please don't forget to subscribe and like and notification bell and Instagram and Facebook.
I'm doing hard work, so please.
And we have TikTok now.
We have TikTok now.
TikTok.
That was the thing that we were supposed to say. We have TikTok now.
A Lot of Nothing podcast.
I think so. A lot of nothing.
We'll put everything in the description. Thank you so much, guys.
Lots of love.
Bye.